Welcome to another episode of The Talk with Gabe. I'm here, but of course my sidekick has disappeared again. But thanks to my friend Oscar Castan from Next Gen News, the show will go on. So let's get started. Oscar, who do we have on the show?
Today we have one awesome actor, Bo Mitchell.
Man, looking forward to hearing all about his role from the Netflix series Cobra Kai. But before we get started, shout out to our sponsors, Fade Life Clothing and BCK Online.
Clothing is a unique clothing line out of Atlanta, Georgia, geared towards those who love intoxicating style.
And BCK Online is a digital online magazine that keeps you in the know and up to date on the lives of young entertainers, rising stars, parents, and much more. Alright, go grab your snacks, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Bo, welcome to the show. We are glad you could join us for an episode of Just Talking Gabe.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is rad.
Man. All right, thank you for being on. Now I know our listeners want us to dive right in, so let's get into it.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, so Bo, tell us how you got started in the industry.
Yeah, good question. I got started when I was an infant. I was like 9 months old, and I kind of had a bit of a lucky run-in with an agent in a mall while on a family vacation, and yeah, the agent kind of approached my parents, and liked how I looked as a 9-month-old baby, and yeah, and it just kind of started from there. They connected, and I started doing really, really small jobs, like little photo shoots in baby clothing and stuff. And
Wow.
yeah, and then it started to grow from there. So and I started doing TV when I was like 9 or 10, maybe a little younger, and actually started booking, roles and stuff.
Cool.
And then now we're here. So it's been a long time now, but.
All right. Well, then, you were on one of the most popular shows on Netflix, Cobra Kai. So can you tell us about your character on the show and what are the similarities and differences between the two?
Yeah. So, like the similarities and differences between me and the character on the show, or?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Cool. So, yeah, that's kind of funny too that it's even became so popular. Like, it's awesome. I'm stoked, but
yeah.
I mean, you guys are probably aware it was on YouTube for a little while, and it
it was on YouTube.
Yeah. So it's great that the fandom grew so much and people were able to access it easier on Netflix. So that was really cool. But yeah, so Brooks is the character I play on Cobra Kai, and me and him have a few similarities. Like I actually had someone the other day joking with me that they like my character, but if I'm a bully in real life, they're gonna give me a hard time. And I was telling them, no, that's one of the differences for sure. So I definitely not a bully, but I do enjoy having fun, and I think that's one of the core values of the character. When we talked with I talked with the writers and directors, John, Josh, and Hayden, about the character, and that was kind of a weird core value. Even though the character's being mean, it comes from some place in his heart that he's kind of just having fun, and he's almost like doesn't quite understand that he's being as mean as he is. So it doesn't give him an excuse to act that way, but still, it's like so that's I think why there's almost like a silliness to him that offsets the seriousness of Kyler. So but yeah, so me and him definitely. But I'm not a bully in real life, so.
Okay.
All right.
Well, how would you like to see your character evolve?
Yeah, that's a cool question. I'm not really sure right off. I mean, there's a lot of ways that, the show could go, and the characters could all do a lot of different things as well. It's cool. There a lot of spinoffs. You kind of know what's going to happen, but this is all new territory at this point. So it's kind of a whole new generation of people. So, but yeah, it would be cool to see, Brooks stick around and maybe even befriend Hawk. That'd be really cool character growth.
Right.
I think it would be cool to see. Brooks maybe join a dojo at some point, but also don't quite know if that's necessary either. But that would be cool. And yeah, I was having some jokes actually with John, Josh, and Hayden on set
really?
when we were talking about the fight scene with me and Hawk in season 3, and I was joking with them. I was like, it'd be funny if Brooks came back with a cleft lip from the fight, and now it's like a circle of karma. So, and they were digging that one. So who knows? I might come back with a cleft lip.
Ooh. Okay then. So, how do you think the reboot compares to the original Karate Kid?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not sure. I mean, it's hard, I guess, because when you think about technicalities, like obviously camera gear is much nicer now than it was. But
Sure.
I mean, the talent behind it all is still there, and I think that there's actually, again, thanks to technology and all, we're able to include more people, I think, into the ensemble, and we're able to film this TV show like a movie. And I think that's what gives it so much power. I mean, most good TV shows now are basically just like 10-part movies, or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I think that's what makes it better.
Yeah. So it's been really cool being a part of it, and I think that's one thing to add, but I love that, I said this a couple times, but I love John, Josh, and Hayden's, like, just, they're fans themselves, And
so, that's always good when a fan is making something.
Yeah, they love it, and so they're doing it for the people because they are the people, It's not just like they kind of were given this idea and said, run with it. They actually, this is kind of their baby. So that makes it special to them, and with that care, I feel like it, it creates a good product.
What has been your favorite moment on set so far?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. There's been a lot of good times. Let's see. There's season 1 was a great time because I think everyone was just getting to know each other the whole time. We all were we were kind of almost forcibly saying, "Hey, we got to go hang out after work because we need to create some chemistry, just natural chemistry, So we started hanging out a lot, the whole cast. And I see it's so funny. The fandom's amazing. I see these photos come up all the time on Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, just people finding old photos of us, from like 4 years ago at a bar or a restaurant. I'm just like, oh wow, that's a good flashback, But I don't know. I think that shooting the fight scenes was really, really cool. I loved doing that. I really did. It was like kind of new to me. I've done stunts before, but
stunts are fun to do.
Yeah, it's really cool to kind of get active and stuff with the acting, more than just kind of running or walking and talking, that type of thing. But doing it with the team that Cobra Kai has and Hiro Koda and stuff was so cool. Those guys are all super talented, and it was kind of just like getting to work with like a master in their craft, and that was so it was just the whole time you were just like learning as well, as doing it. So that was a really cool experience for sure.
Right. So like, this is like a heavily martial arts based type of TV series. So have you actually taken that up as a hobby?
Ooh.
Yeah. Funny enough, the martial arts, I was actually doing it for a while before even starting Cobra Kai. So like,
oh wow,
yeah, I had been doing martial arts most of my life,
Ooh.
And just on and off though, not like I'm not a professional or anything, but
Yeah.
you know, but
I
yeah,
used to take martial arts as a kid, so yeah, I know that was a lot of fun doing that.
yeah. I mean, it's something started because I'm born in the '90s, and I'm 26. So when in the '90s, it was like almost a fad, in America to have your kid in a karate class. Really, and that was, I think, because Karate Kid created this boom, and then people learned karate, and then it kept getting passed on, and it's kind of whittled out a little bit, but there's still dojos everywhere, and I think Cobra Kai has helped to kind of bring it back up. But yes, I was a part of that wave when I was a kid. And so I did karate for a few years as like a 7, 8, 9-year-old. And then when I turned 15, 16, it was about the time that MMA was getting big, like UFC and stuff. And so, yeah, I started doing like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, grappling training,
Really?
kickboxing. Yeah. And I did that for a few years in my late teens. And then I kind of never stopped kickboxing just as like a form of exercise, So, so yeah, that was kind of there already. And so I was really stoked to get to use that. And I think having that background kind of helped me earn my stripes on set to be able to actually do the stunts, because they would let me do all my own stunts, for all the fight scenes, which I was super, super hyped on.
I love it when I was on set for King of the Monsters, they had me do my own stunts, and I just love doing that.
Yeah, it's so cool, right? You're just out there like, yeah, it's fun to be like in the moment. It makes it way more real for you, and I feel like the product you create's better because of that.
Right. Yeah. Well, speaking of action, what other genre of actions would you like to pursue, and why?
Yeah, action. I mean, anything really. It'd be, obviously, who doesn't want to be an Avenger or something?
Oh yeah.
But
who doesn't?
and I've talked about this a couple times already. Actually, it's a great subject though. If I were to do something like that, I think I would enjoy being the villain, kind of. So that'd be fun to kind of play a diabolical or a villain or some type of flex character. Like, I don't think I want to be the hero, but something, something different than just the hero and the sidekick. But yeah, that'd be cool just to do more action in general. Like, even like playing some sort of like some sort of horror film, even just something to where you're kind of doing more stunts. I don't.
Man, I'd love to work in a horror film.
Horror action.
Yeah, just running around or whatever. I don't know, doing using the weapons and the special effects. All that stuff is so cool to be a part of that. So yeah.
Well, if you can write yourself the perfect role, just for yourself, what would it be and why?
Yeah, that's a wild one. Actually, I have no idea. I guess like some sort of honestly, just comedic relief in essence. I think is what it would boil down to. I love doing comedy, and I feel like that's kind of my strong suit. Yeah, and it's I was almost kind of raised on a couple comedic sets. Like I spent a lot of time growing up on Eastbound and Down, and just like anyway, all that's kind of led to me having this background in comedy. And when I perform, whatever, it's always whenever I put my own spin on it, it's always got a comedic spin. I can, even if I'm doing an audition, sometimes I'm like, I know this is supposed to be sad, but I'm gonna do at least one take where we put some comedic timing on it and make it funny, like, because I just can't help it. So that's essentially, I think, what the perfect role would be, just some sort of comedic relief, So I also love doing
that's
like
good.
Almost like Chris Farley type of physical comedy, and so yeah, that was anything like that too, where I could be physical, where it's more or less like, maybe me doing something, not really getting hurt, but kind of flailing around or something like that can, be played and come off as more than just wits being funny with your words. So, but yeah.
Right.
Oh my god.
All right, so before commercial break, I gotta ask: Team Johnny or Team Daniel?
Ooh.
Right, that's a tough one, huh? And that's funny because I usually hear people ask me like Cobra Kai or Miyagi Do, but that's a different spin because they're kind of more than just their dojos. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Whew, I think I'm gonna have to go with Johnny. I love Johnny's character, man.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, Team Johnny over here.
Team Johnny all the way.
Right. Well then, yep. All right, guys, we're gonna go on a bit of a commercial break. We'll be back in a second.
Hey.
All right, so I'll see you guys after the break. Welcome back to the show, everyone. And if you have not downloaded the Anchor.fm app, do it and download and create your own podcast today. All right, welcome back to the show, everyone.
Yeah, we're back.
Yes.
All right, let's get into
Back
the
again.
round of questions. So, Bo, what is your favorite city and why?
Oh, cool. That's cool. You know what? I feel like it's gonna be hard to boil this down to one city, but I currently live in Charleston, South Carolina. I'm from South Carolina, but I'm not technically from Charleston. But I really do love it there, and that is kind of one of my favorite cities. And I honestly feel like I would, even if I was like born in Montana or something, I think I would still love Charleston. But besides that, I have a weird infatuation with like anime and just like Japanese culture. So I really have just been itching to visit like Tokyo or some of the cities in Japan.
Oh yeah, I'd love to visit Tokyo.
So I don't know if I really would love it, but it on paper it looks cool,
Yeah.
It's really amazing there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what is your favorite hobby outside of working and why?
Cool. Yeah. I did probably have to go with skateboarding right off. Number one, dude. I love skating, and I've been skating for.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. I've been skating for like I'm trying to think. It's been a long time now. Like 12, going on 13 years probably. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I love it, and I've been doing it since I was a kid, and it's just been a great part of my life. I've gotten to do a lot of. It's almost like acting. It's like a lifestyle, and there's like a huge culture and community behind it, and because of acting and skating, I've gotten to do a lot of really cool things in life, and meet cool people and travel, and so it's been really good to me, and I definitely. So I love it as a lifestyle, but I also love it as like a sport. Like I love going to skateboard, and I love pushing myself and doing jumps and tricks and learning things and hanging out with friends.
Right, just don't fall.
Yeah.
Well, if you can be invisible, but you have to stay that way, what would you do?
Oh my goodness.
This invisible man.
That kind of sounds like purgatory, dude. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I guess I don't even know what I'd do. I'd probably try to creep into like someplace very important and just hear what people are saying behind closed doors.
Oh yeah.
I've always wondered what some people do.
All of the Disney remakes.
Yeah. I'd go into Disney and just listen to. Is it Bob Iger or something? I don't know. Maybe I have the name wrong. It's Bob Iger. There you go. Yeah, I'd just hang out.
Yeah, just speaking to Disney.
Exactly. We would be best friends, but he wouldn't know it.
Yeah. A one-sided relationship.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So, pepperoni or cheese pizza?
Ooh.
Wow. Yeah, y'all are wild. Pepperoni for sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Pineapple.
Pineapple, really?
I like pineapple.
It's all right. I mean, people give it flack, but I'm just like, it's all right. You just gotta try it.
Yeah. Pineapple by itself
Yeah.
is wild. That is not cool. But when you have like some ham or some peppers on it, then it becomes a part of an ensemble, and it works out for sure.
Yeah, I have a good pizza place who actually makes a good pie of it. Like I tried it once, I was like, okay, this is good.
I just like a lot of meat on my pizza. So, just like steak, maybe some bit of chicken, something
Dude,
like that. Pepperoni.
one time I had a calamari themed pizza.
Oh,
And,
tell me where you got that. I need that.
I was in some cut in New York. I don't even know. We were on a trip and I had some buddies with me and we were filming a music video for the week. And one of my friends was like, if we go to New York, we have to only eat pizza. And so this is like day 5 or 6 of having pizza for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
No.
And I'm just like, what can I do to have something that doesn't taste like pizza? And this place had like a calamari pizza. I don't even think it had cheese on it. It was wild.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You were living the dream of a man that I shall not name.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Yeah, pizza is crazy. Pizza, you know what? I love this like weird like logic, but like, I've heard people say, "Oh, pizza is the only food you can eat every day and get all the five groups of food in the pyramid all in one." I'm like, oh,
true.
Right.
yeah,
Okay. Right. So.
Yeah.
Wow. What is the most unique thing that you have in your house?
Oh, that's fun. I don't even know. I'm trying to think. I feel like I got some cool stuff floating around the house, but then again, some of it's just like, it's stuff that everyone has, right? Like, I mean, everyone has like a refrigerator and some art, like I don't know, I do have like some interesting belongings floating around. Like I have some going back to skateboarding. I actually have some toy skateboards called fingerboards, and
Ooh,
Oh, really?
I
but
have those.
they're like legit. They're like actually like wood, and handmade, like kind of like wheels with bearings in them. Like they actually work, and it's pretty cool. I love those things actually. They're fun, like little fidget toys. You mess around with, and that's a pretty unique one. Anyone that comes in the house and kind of sees those, they're like, oh, that's cool. But yeah, besides that, I just got some art floating around and stuff.
Ooh, so you're really artsy.
Not really, kind of. I like art. My wife loves it, and so whenever we go somewhere, like on a trip, maybe we'll like stop by a market or something, try to get something cool from someone that lives there. I don't know, just like a weird souvenir, I guess. So now we end up with all these, like, just weird drawings on the wall. But it's cool.
Well, what are 5 things that are on your bucket list?
That's fun. I don't really have it written out, but I don't know. Right now, kind of like, I don't really like think of myself as a thrill seeker, but I guess when I name these off, it's going to be contrary to that. But I definitely want to try skydiving, and
Oh yeah, so do I.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah, that seems cool, right? And I was thinking about too, it'd be really fun to do that race, the Gumball 3000. Y'all know what that is?
Oh no, but I want to go there.
No. Yeah,
seems fun.
Yeah, it's like y'all should Google it later. It's like there was a movie about it, and then it kind of became a thing. But it's like a rally car race across multiple countries, and it's just it's a bunch of people with like supercars, and it's like a week long race, and they'll drive like all around. So like this one's coming up. They start in Toronto, and they drive down to Florida, and then you have to get on a boat and take a boat, and then they're gonna go to Cuba, and you got to drive around Cuba, and then it's like a crazy circuit. It's always something like that. It's wild. It's kind of like something you would see in a movie actually when you think about it. But that'd be a cool one. And then just to like rifle off a couple more. There's a skating obstacle called the Mega Ramp, and it would be really cool to go down that thing. But I'd probably kill myself doing it. So. Yeah,
no.
we're gonna have to wait on that one for a little while. And man, I don't know what else is kind of on the bucket list. Like, I guess, seeing
list.
Japan earlier, right? Well, that's kind of on there.
Right.
I was talking about that,
Mm.
and I've always kind of wanted to direct my own movie, or like maybe write, or like I guess kind of write, direct. I've also had like thought about doing like an anime. That'd be cool too. But yeah, a good anime or like directing a movie, something like that. Like kind of getting to be a creator in like a film or project would be cool.
I would so watch an anime.
Hey, thanks.
Yep,
I don't even know
me
what it's
too.
about yet, but I'll let y'all know when I come up with something.
Yeah.
All right. So this is the most important question of the day. If you could only take 5 things to a desert island, what would they be?
Oh, that's a good question. I feel like I'm super practical. I would just take like some stuff that I could use. Like I'd take like some flint and like a machete, and then like maybe a chicken, lay some eggs.
Yeah.
And then like probably some clothing, and then like a cell phone with service, so I could call someone to come pick me up when I'm done hanging out. Is definitely not trying to be there for too long, but I could hang out for probably a week. Me and the chicken.
Dude, the chicken's a
that
good
poor
idea.
chicken. Yeah.
Because one,
Stuck
you have
there.
food, and you can talk with somebody. You
Yeah.
go crazy.
That's right.
Well, if you can control one of the elements, what would it be and why?
Oh wow, dude. Yeah, I don't even know. Do you get like extra perks like in the Airbender? Like if you can control Earth, you can work your way into steel or something. I don't know. Like.
Yeah.
Redirect lightning.
Yeah, there you go, Ron.
Oh, that would be such a cool power.
Yeah. Speaking of, honestly, airbending would be kind of cool, I guess, or controlling air.
Yeah.
You could,
Just ride a small tornado across
Yep.
the street. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, I love the idea of like going back to skydiving. Like it'd be cool to fly around, and you could do that with like air.
Oh, yeah.
I guess. And I've also had this conversation with some buddies before that I think wind is probably the strongest element because it can like outperform any other element. Like when you think like there's tornadoes and that would rip up like Earth, and then hurricanes would like mess up water, or whatever they start in the water, and then actually air can create a vacuum that will put out fires.
Ooh.
So
Wow,
so I don't know.
yeah,
I think air is like the toughest element too. So yeah.
I'm totally on you with that. Because with air,
so
you can make it sharp as well.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, air's the only thing you need. Yeah.
Yeah. And it provides oxygen.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so next question. Ice cream or Pop-Tarts? What flavor?
Wow. But both at the same time?
No, like which one and what flavor?
Oh. If I had to choose one, I'd probably go with ice cream. But I like Pop-Tarts. There's a cinnamon flavored Pop-Tart that's fire. It's like cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon flavor.
It's like so that there's hardly any icing actually. There's just a drizzle of icing.
Oh.
And then inside there's like
I hate that.
Yeah, it's called the cinnamon roll flavor. And then inside is just cinnamon filling. And then it's just a little bit of drizzle on top. There's not a lot of icing. And but yeah, honestly, ice cream though is fire. Like something kind of like chill but off kilter a little bit, like a good birthday cake or a good like cookie dough is just solid.
Ice cream.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Y'all got me hungry.
Who? Oh yeah, now I'm hungry too. Who is the most interesting person you know and why?
Oh wow, dude, that's a tough one. I don't even know. We could be here for a little while. I've met some wild people, and I met the. This is totally off kilter, but I met a heir to the Captain Morgan like liquor.
What?
Like yeah.
Oh
yeah, and he was like,
really?
but it's not like he obviously I guess the liquor company like takes care of this family, but it's the actual family that relates back to like Captain Morgan, which was like a real pirate at some point.
Awesome.
Ooh, pirates.
Yeah, and this dude like lives like a pirate, and so he lives on like a boat in like the low country of South Carolina in Beaufort, and he is just so crazy looking. Like he's got a big beard.
No, that's so cool.
Yeah, he's wild. And I randomly kind of ran into him staying at a friend's house, and they were like, "Yeah, you know, Captain Morgan is our neighbor." And I'm just like, "What?" Went and hung out with that guy for a while. It was crazy. I felt it was very, very interesting. But I don't know. You know, I've ran into some pretty fun and weird folks. So I mean, you know, like, yeah, even some of the folks in the Cobra Kai cast are pretty interesting, to be honest. Like, I think that I got hung out with like I was actually me and contrary to what people might believe, me and Jacob are actually pretty good buddies, and he's a pretty interesting dude. Like, he loves like rock and roll music, and I feel like most kids his age love like hip hop. So that to me is enough to kind of be you know, interesting. and then you know, he's pretty into some cool stuff. Like we were filming season 3. We were hanging out playing Magic all the time. He loves playing Magic, the Gathering. So yeah, some of the people in the Cobra Kai cast are pretty fun folks.
Right. So, Bo, who was on your wish list to work with and why?
Yeah, so I'm trying to think. I was like talking about this yesterday with someone. I'd love to work with Jim Carrey.
Ooh,
yeah,
the Mask himself.
Yeah, that dude is definitely a legend. And I found out too. I was like watching that Seinfeld show, the Comedians, Cars, and Coffees show, and I found out that he's like a really talented artist, actually. Yeah, so that's like
really?
Yeah, that was pretty intriguing to me. Like it's not like it's like a different level. Like it really blew me away. I was like, he could have just been a painter. Like he doesn't have to be, you know, like some people are kind of good. People like their art because they're already Jim Carrey the actor. Like he doesn't have to be Jim Carrey the actor for his art to be good. Like this stuff, it was wild. It was wild. It blew my mind. So I was like, man, that he's got something going on. Yeah, I've heard some crazy stories too about like some of his early auditions and like how he just goes like 100% when he's in there and like, or you know, when he used to do that and like, yeah, very interesting. Another one is Robin Williams, R.I.P. I know that's not going to happen anytime soon, but you know, maybe in the next life we'll sync up. Yeah. But yeah, man, that guy is another amazing talent. But, you know, I've gotten, like, not trying to, like, flex, but I've gotten to work with some really sick people that I'm already kind of stoked on. So, like, I don't even know. Like, I'm pretty hyped with who I've had the chance to run into. And, like, you know, just at this point looking to, like, do, yeah, just whatever. I don't know. Do some fun stuff with some people that, you know, have, like, good ideas. So it's, you know, it's all good either way. I know I would say that it would be cool to like do something with Dave Chappelle. Like that guy is insanely talented. Like he is.
Oh yeah.
That guy is like. It's like I don't know. I feel like we're getting to witness like a Da Vinci type of like genius there, because like his comedy is layered heavily, and when he says a joke, it's more than just a punchline, and a lot of people can't do that. And in the level that he's doing it on is like, you know, 5 or 6 layers deep, where most people can only achieve like a 2 or 3 layer. And it's like the way he's delivering it and the way he's building up to these jokes, it's just like, I don't know, it floors me sometimes. I'm like, wow, that was crazy. So I don't know what we'd ever do together, but you know, it would just honestly just be cool to even go to a live show and just be there in the room with him. But yeah.
So what is one piece of advice that you would give to the kids and who wants to be actors?
Kids
who want to be actors?
Yeah.
Like in the future. Yeah.
Yes, for the
y'all,
children.
Y'all got
For the kitty.
anyone who wants to do this right now, I'd say it's probably the easiest and the hardest it's ever been. Not to be oxymoronic, but it's like number one easiest. Let's address that. You have a supercomputer. Most people nowadays have a supercomputer in their pocket or hand. That's their phone. And inside that supercomputer, not only can you generate you could produce a 4K video, which is insane. That's standard quality for film right now. You can also project it to the entire world on all these social media sites and go viral like that. That's why it's so easy, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's the hardest it's ever been because there's a couple 100 million, if not billions, of people doing that already. So it's kind of like one of those things where you kind of have to catch lightning in a bottle and then figure out how to harness it. And a lot of people are doing that. I mean, all these meme culture is crazy, and if you can just get a good meme or a good TikTok dance going, then you're gonna be a legend. Like I know that it's so funny right now. We're having these instances where we're like, it's sad. I'm not trying to say it's not sad, but we're mourning over people like the Welcome to Chili's guy passing away. Like, like it's sad he passed away, but it's also like that's crazy. This dude was made a legend by a meme, like so that stuff's really interesting. So, but back to like reality, I guess with it, like I would say just you gotta start trying. Like you kind of have to start putting that work in yourself. So technically, what you should do is get a reel, which a reel is like it's like a sponsor me tape or something. It's like you're putting together some footage of yourself doing acting or whatever. And then then you're gonna want to have that and try to send it to some agents or something, and you can look up agencies and send them your tape. And if you have the look and you have the talent, then most of them would probably be willing to help you out. And on the other hand, try to blow up on social media. Like, don't hurt yourself or make a fool of yourself too much, but like, give it a shot. Because if you come to an agent with 1 million followers and a decent reel, they'd probably be willing to take you in. And I mean, there's infants out there with 1 million followers. So it's you just gotta, like I said, catch that lightning in a bottle and then run with it. So.
In addition to all that you have, going on right now, what's next for you?
That's a good question. I don't know. We're still filming and stuff. We're doing stuff like that. I mean, COVID slowed a lot of things down, but everything's starting to pick back up, and we're getting back in motion. So that's great. We got a movie coming out soon that I did with some buddies, and it's actually about skateboarding. I know we're talking about that some. It's called Skate Shop the Movie, and you can find it out. Like you can find it on Instagram and stuff. You can Google it; it'll come up. But that's gonna be a fun movie about skating, and it's kind of comedy based too. So it'll just be like a light, fun thing to watch with your buddies. And then, other than that, I am just hanging out with my friends, skating a good bit. We started a skateboard company recently, so. We've been working on that, so that's pretty fun. We're making skateboards and merch. It's called Fiance Skate. So yeah, just kind of doing that, hanging out in Charleston. Yeah.
What is the one thing that you want our audience to know about you?
I don't know. That's a wild one. I guess. Number one, I'm not dead. How about that? A lot of people think I'm dead because of that fight. Like, really, I see a lot of people in my DMs like, "Are you alive?" That's all I get. Just hundreds of people. I hope you're okay. I hope it didn't hurt too much, and I hope you're alive. I'm just like, So yeah, I want everyone to know I'm alive and I'm well, and that all that was just movie magic, and then. I mean, yeah, after that, I guess, like I said earlier, I'm not actually a bully. just trying to clear the air between me and Brooks here.
Right.
Brooks,
Yeah.
Brooks is probably hurt, but I'm fine, and so yeah. But other than that,
great.
I mean, I run into people every now and then that recognize me. So if you see me on the side of the street, just come say, hey. I'm not a bully, so I'm not going to beat you up or anything.
All right. Now, where can people find you on social media?
I'm on most of the sites. I'm on Twitter, and I'm on Facebook and Instagram. So y'all can find me there just by searching my name, Bo Mitchell. Instagram, I have a handle. But if you type in my name, you'll find me. But the handle on Instagram is Blonde Ambition Mitchell. So either way, yeah, just look me up and check out the Skate Shop the movie and Fiancé Skate, and see what we're doing.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I know I enjoyed having you.
No problem. That was fun, y'all. Had a good time. Good questions.
Right.
All right.
Thank you. All right. Later. Thanks to both Bo and Oscar for coming on the show today. Did you guys enjoy it? Make sure to tune in to Cobra Kai and follow Bo for all that he has going on. Until next time, peace out.